Hey everyone, buckle up because we've got some game-changing news out of Washington that could shake up how our government gets things done. And this isn't just another day in politics. This is a major move by Senate Republicans that could reshape the Senate's rules and fast-track President Trump's agenda. So let's dive in. And you see, President Trump's America First agenda is all about delivering for everyday Americans, especially our seniors. A big part of that is better healthcare and real savings on Medicare. And whether you're on Medicare or turning 65 soon, you deserve lower premiums, better coverage, and more money in your pocket. But navigating Medicare's maze can be overwhelming, and waiting could cost you. That's where Chapter steps in. And their licensed experts have already helped thousands save big, sometimes hundreds a month, by finding plans tailored to your prescriptions, doctors, and needs. It's free, no strings attached guidance from a team ready to help you lock in those Trump-era savings. Don't delay. Open enrollment is coming, and you don't want to miss out. Pick up the phone now and call Chapter at 270-467-2426. Their experts are waiting to guide you to the best plan so you can keep more of your hard-earned money and get the coverage you deserve. Call 270-467-2426 today and take control of your Medicare savings. And so now, in order to understand what's happening, let's break this down together. Because in the U.S. Senate, getting things done, like confirming nominees, requires different vote thresholds. 51 for some actions, 60 or even 67 for others. But there's a rare maneuver called the nuclear option that lets a simple majority, 51 votes, change Senate rules permanently to lower those thresholds. And it's a big deal because it rewrites how the Senate operates, not just for now, but for future administrations too. Historically, both parties hesitated to use this tactic because it's a double-edged sword, and what you change today could be used against you tomorrow. That changed in 2013 when Democrats under President Obama used the nuclear option to confirm nominees with just 51 votes instead of 60. That set a precedent, and now it's coming back into play. Fast forward to today, and President Trump, 8 months into his second term, is hitting a wall, so to speak, because Senate Democrats led by Minority Leader Chuck Schumer are stalling his nominees at a historic rate. Can you believe that over 100 key positions are still vacant? And we're all the way into September, folks. And so how are they doing it? Well, by exploiting Senate procedures. For example, Schumer can demand up to 2 hours of debate per nominee, force roll call votes between confirmations, and even trigger breaks that reset the process. It's like hitting the pause button over and over, slowing Trump's ability to build his team. And this isn't just politics as usual. It's a deliberate strategy to frustrate the administration's agenda. But here's where things get interesting. Senate Republicans with 53 seats and led by Majority Leader John Thune are fed up. They're planning to pull the nuclear option again, this time to rewrite the rules and block Schumer's delaying tactics. If we succeed, Trump's nominees could move through at lightning speed.
We just had a very productive meeting where our conference talked about clearing the nominations backlog. And we are where we are right now because of the Democrat obstruction, which is historic and unprecedented. We have never seen a time where the opposition party has literally blocked and forced the president and his team, and us here as the majority in the Senate, to go through all the machinations of trying to get a nominee across the finish line. It used to be that these were done largely by unanimous consent or voice vote. And this president is the only president at this point in his presidency, going back to Herbert Hoover. We went back all the way to the Hoover administration, who hasn't had a single one of his noms confirmed either by voice vote or unanimous consent. So this is of the Democrats' making. It's not something that we can sustain. This business model doesn't work. This president was duly elected by the American people, and they expect him to be able to put his team in place to govern the country and enact the agenda that they voted for. So we are in the process of continue to have the conversations with our Republican senators, but expect us to move forward with a plan that would enable us to clear the backlog of nominees. It just flat has to happen. And the reason, again, is because of the Trump derangement syndrome that afflicts the Democrats in the United States Senate to the point where their hatred of President Trump is borderline pathological. There isn't anything right now that they want to vote for that he has his fingerprints on. And getting his team in place is absolutely essential. It's part of governing this country, and we're going to move forward.
Now, this move could change the game for Trump's agenda, but it's not without risks. You see, altering Senate rules could backfire if Democrats regain control. So tell me, what do you think about this strategy? Drop a comment below, and if you want more updates like this, hit that subscribe button. It really helps us keep the conversation going. And stay tuned, folks, because we'll be watching how this unfolds. Now, folks, I want you all to take a look at what Republican Senator Mark Wayne Mullen actually had to say about all of this just a few days ago. But first, I do want to say real quick that if you guys enjoy the daily news updates, please consider subscribing to the channel because it really does help a lot. But okay, check this out.
We're able to pin it on Schumer and say, no, because you have filibustered every single one of President Trump's nominees, which is unheard of. It has never been taken place. It's never happened in the history of the United States. You have forced us to make this change. So it gives President Trump all month to make the case to the American people that Chuck Schumer took the nuclear option. And now we're going to make the rule change to make the Senate work more efficient, which is honestly the best outcome. I would make the argument because we're doing the rule change, we can fix this for the long term.
Well, hold on. But so two things. What will the rule change be? And if I'm drawing on memory of some of our other conversations, doesn't the rule change require 60 votes or 67 or some goofy number?
Yeah, so it technically it used to require 67. Chuck Schumer changed it when he was in office, and Mitch McConnell actually made a speech in 2017 and said, because you did this, you have forever changed the norms of the Senate. And so Mitch McConnell was the one that warned Schumer for making the change. He did make the change, and now it put us in this situation. So now we can do 51.
All right, folks, you just heard Senator Mullen lay it out. Democrats under Chuck Schumer were the first to use the nuclear option back in 2013, rewriting Senate rules to push their agenda. Since then, they've tweaked the rules multiple times to suit their needs. And here's the kicker. We've heard from Democratic leaders, aides, and pundits that if they retake the Senate, they're ready to go nuclear again, big time, to drive their progressive policies. So what does this mean? Well, the precedent's already set, and they're not holding back. And let me be straight with you. I'm with President Trump and Senate Republicans on this, and we elected Trump to deliver his America First agenda. But Schumer and the Democrats are throwing up roadblocks at every turn, stalling over 100 of his nominees. And that's not just politics. It's a direct challenge to what voters chose. So here's the play. Republicans should use the nuclear option to clear out Schumer's procedural games and fast-track Trump's team. Basically, get the job done. Now, some folks might say, hold on, going nuclear could backfire. What if Democrats use it against us later? And that is a fair point. But let's be real. Democrats already opened that door in 2013, and they've said loud and clear they'll do it again if they get the chance. Waiting around won't change that. It'll just hamstring Trump's ability to govern now. So as it stands right now, here's my take. Let's empower the administration to deliver what we voted for and focus on keeping the Senate in Republican hands to limit the other side's chances to flip the script. If we want to move this country forward, I'm talking strong borders, economic growth, putting America first. Well, then we've got to use the tools that we have effectively. The Democrats sure aren't shy about it either. So why should we be? Let's get those nominees confirmed and start building even more momentum on top of the wins we have already achieved. So I want to know, what's your take? Should Republicans go nuclear to get Trump's team in place, or is it just too risky? Drop a comment below. I want to hear your thoughts on this. And if you're fired up about breaking through the gridlock, hit that subscribe button to stay in the loop. We're honestly just getting started. So let's keep the conversation going and continue to keep putting America first.